I'm not sure that I've been prouder of our football club or the AFL industry than I was on that night. And at that moment, it was something very, very special to remember our great mate, Phil Walsh, on that evening. It's my very great privilege tonight to introduce two awards that capture our commitment to community. The Bob Clayton Award for the Magpies and the John McCarthy Award for the Power. I want to talk a little bit about our community programs and our commitment. Before I do that, just if I may, I'm really enjoying the integrated Best and Fairest event that we've got this year. This is the first time we've been able to achieve it. Thank you. I remember standing in front of about 800 Port Adelaide members, I think it was in 2013, when we were trying to articulate what the new Port Adelaide would look like, with having lost our zones as part of the restructure. And tonight, I think for the first time, I can feel that we're making real progress in this space. And to see the Academy boys do the welcome, the dance, and Robbie, the welcome to country, and to have our Academy team under the spotlight with the Magpies in the room and being honoured, I think it's wonderful. I'd also like to very quickly thank our just a few people, our members who are here tonight and out in the other room. The guys have spoken all night about the commitment of our members. We love that. Our volunteers, and a particular mention to the host families tend to get not forgotten, but they're very quiet achievers, and they do an enormous amount of work, and I just wanted a special mention for them. The wonderful Port Adelaide team, on and off field. I'm not going to individualise that, but we are well served, make no mistake. And to our board, who are doing a tremendous job in steering this ship. I'd just like to thank you guys. We do some remarkable things in the community. And we spend a bit of time talking about them. The End Hunger campaigns have been mentioned before, childhood cancer, Aboriginal programs. We're moving into the domestic violence space, which is sensitive, our resilience programs. Last week I was standing on the Great Wall of China with our Aboriginal Academy boys. It was an incredible experience and a great moment. And you think about that, and that same group was in Dalkana in the APY lands earlier in the year, talking to young kids less well off than them, and playing the role of role models. So they've been on a real cultural experience this year, and it's wonderful that as a club we're able to do that. But internally, we're actually spending a fair bit of time now talking about the why. Not so much the what, but why do we do these things? And I think it's really important that as a club, we, as individuals within the club, we all understand it. Because what I sensed a little bit this year was when we started to lose and things weren't going as well on field as we were hoping, I started to get questioned a bit. How does the China strategy help us win games? Shouldn't you just be spending time thinking about playing better footy? Which, of course, we understand, and we're probably feeling similarly. But understanding the why we commit so much to community does help us understand how it helps us win. And I've just noted a few of the thoughts that we are exploring internally at the moment. One, it helps us stand out from the pack. We stand out because we stand for something good, and we live it as a football club. The support that we got from Oak for the Childhood Cancer Association as a result of the season launch this year was an example of a whole of community approach to a serious issue, and it was real. And they put Boak Milk out there for 200,000 people and contributed to a charity that we hold dear to our heart. Now that doesn't happen unless, as a football club, we stand there and say, well, this is important, and we are in this emotionally. And so I think it helps us differentiate ourselves from the rest. We talk about winning the right way, winning with integrity, doing good things in the community, winning the right way. It helps us set standards on and off the field. It helps us talk to our players about humility, the ability to stay grounded, the gift, if you like, to put other people's needs ahead of your own. It's a cornerstone of what this team and this club is about. I think it helps us attract players. Paddy and Jess Ryder could have chosen any football club in Australia. They chose Port Adelaide. And they chose it on the strength of Paulie Vandenberg's Aboriginal programs. When Aidan Johnson gets interviewed, he talks about having observed the Aboriginal programs here at Port Adelaide for the last 3 years, and so that made him feel really comfortable about coming to this club. It's great language. I think it helps player retention. I think people of high character and quality want to be associated with teams doing important things on and off the field. That's why all of our players are involved in our community youth programs. That's why they volunteer above and beyond every week to support what we're doing, because it's special. And I think the right sort of people want to be close to that. It helps us attract like-minded organisations and people. RAA, Santos, UniSA, the federal government, the state government, Renault, Energy Australia. They are all in it because of what we do off the field, far more than what we do on the field. It's when you start to stand for something, it attracts. I can tell you, we've been spoken a little bit about our China strategy. The central plank of every conversation that we're having in China is about legacy. Their ability to give back to Australia, to South Australia, and to Port Adelaide through the community. Central plank. If that turns into something, it won't be because we're winning games of footy, because they don't even know what the hell we're doing out there, right? They've got no idea. But they do understand the language of community. So I think it gives the club depth. I think it gives it some resilience. We're not always going to be winning. We've seen that. It's ups and downs. But when you stand for something more, it gives you the ability to withstand the downturns. As I said, I think it brings character to the club. I think it brings humility. I think it helps you become an employer of choice. When you mix that with a relentless pursuit of success, I think you have a very, very powerful proposition. I think that's the journey that we're on as a club right now. And I think, as we've been saying, I think if we get this right, it'll be something we can be very, very proud of. I'm going to invite Mark Clayton and Linda from the Magpies organisations to come up and present the Bob Clayton Award. Now, Bob, we all remember and know and love. Long-serving servant of the club as a player, as an administrator, a guy that epitomised what our approach to community is all about, where it's very, very much a selfless man who whose contributions to the club spanned, decades. So if you wouldn't mind giving a round of applause to Mark and Linda.